We're getting some more information revolving around this whole situation, the attempt on Trump's life. And I'm going to tell you guys, there's information here that possibly doesn't make Secret Service look so good. What's up, y'all? As you guys already know, we have been following this whole situation that happened at the Trump International Golf Club, where Trump's life, somebody attempted to take Trump's life. His name, as we already know, is Ryan Wesley Routh. He tried, right? He was there on the perimeter of this golf course waiting. And of course, thank God, law enforcement or Secret Service was able to catch him before he was able to even pull the trigger. He, of course, was later found and was arrested on the highway and all that. But what's interesting is now we're getting more information, more details. And to me, I don't know about you guys, but if these details are correct, this kind of gives us more. This should give the Secret Service a little bit of a wake-up call that maybe the perimeter is the thing. I'll explain, but let's take a look at this article here, okay? So new details reveal how long Ryan Wesley Routh staked out golf course, okay? And if what we're hearing, okay, in a video from News Nation, which we're going to play here in a second, if we're hearing if what they are assuming is true, this says a lot about Secret Service, guys. It does, okay? I'll explain here in a second, though, all right? The fallout of the second attempt on Donald Trump in 2 months continues today as questions mount over how a monster like this was able to get within 500 yards of this former president. So we already know his name is Ryan Routh. He's 58 years old, made his first appearance in court today, all right, in West Palm Beach, Florida, after pointing his AK-47 at the Republican nominee during a round of golf. Federal prosecutors released new details as Routh was charged with 2 federal weapons charges, okay? His cell phone was picked up near the tree line of the golf course 12 hours before Secret Service agents thwarted his plot. So his cell phone pinged, okay, near the tree line of the golf course a whole 12 hours beforehand. It's important for you guys to hear that. We're going to continue on because this is fairly short, okay? It means the armed Routh could have been hiding in his vehicle with his pew-pew, with his weapon, before Trump began his round. Now, here's the thing, all right? Let me just play this video for you guys so you guys can hear this a little bit. It's from Brian Entin on News Nation. They talk about this. Of course, they're doing a big, a big deep dive into this whole situation. And again, this is absolutely crazy because if this is anywhere remotely true, man, the perimeter is the thing, Secret Service. Let's play this.
Director to be back out here really any minute now to do a walkthrough of the area and see for himself what went down here. But I want to go back to that body camera video because we just got this a little while ago and it is dramatic. It was taken about 20 miles from where I'm standing in Martin County, where they were able to pull over Ryan Wesley Routh. Very strange. You see him there. He's got his shirt up over his head when he's walking back to the police. And investigators tell us that he didn't answer any questions, that he was sort of emotionless, but that he did say yes when he was asked if he knew why he was being pulled over. He was in court just a couple of hours ago, Nicole, in federal court here in West Palm Beach. The 2 charges he's facing right now, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and also possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number. We're told by sources that more charges could be coming. These are just the initial charges that they were able to hold him on at this point. But this.
Now, real quick, before we continue on, I do want to point out, all right, he had a ghost weapon, okay? The serial number was rubbed off of the actual weapon itself. And again, this is somebody who is a convicted felon. He should not have possession of any type of weapon to begin with, but he still had an illegal firearm, okay? Especially the fact that the serial number was already rubbed off. That's illegal, guys, okay? That's no bueno, that's no good, okay? So the fact that he had that as well makes you wonder, Who gave him the AK? Who gave him the weapon in the first place? Again, there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered, and hopefully we get those answers very, very soon. All right. But as you guys see here, right, he has two bags. One of them actually had ceramic tiles. Yes, ceramic tiles, everybody, not just some random bulletproof vest of some sort in a bag. No, he went to like Menards or like Home Depot and got, shoot, he could have gone to, I don't know, he could have gone to freaking any other place, Target, for crying out loud, to get these ceramic tiles. But he went to a hardware store and picked up ceramic tiles that I'm sure he was going to use to protect himself, right? So very interesting, right? But there's two bags. We're going to talk about the second bag here in a second because it does say a lot about what could have been happening for those 12 hours. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's hear what Brian got to say.
This is so interesting. In those charging documents, and this is new, we were able to get the court paperwork. In the charging documents, it says that they traced his cell phone. They got an emergency warrant, Nicole, and they were able to track his cell phone over here to the golf club, and that he first started pinging along the fence line where they eventually found him at 1:59 a.m. yesterday, and that his phone was pinging along the fence line from 1:59 a.m. until 1:31 p.m. after he was shot at by Secret Service and fled the area. And that's when you saw the body camera video, which means...
Which, of course, he's going to say it, but isn't that wild? Like, so he was out there for 12 whole hours, right? Roughly 12 hours.
That he was essentially camped out there along the fence line for 12 hours or so.
Now, if that is true, again, if that is true, this is not a good look for Secret Service, y'all. This is a bad look. It's really, really bad. Let me explain. Because like I said in the beginning, the perimeter is the thing. Remember what happened with Thomas Matthew Crooks? How he was able to do what he did at the Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania? He was on the perimeter. They were worried about slopey roofs. He took aim at Trump. And then, of course, all hell broke loose. Now we have a similar situation. No slopey roofs, though. But we have a similar situation where an assailant is out there camping out, taking a look at areas, surveying the situation. This guy allegedly camped out there for 12 whole hours. In fact, one of those bags was a bag full of food. Not only did he have a bag with ceramic tiles for his own protection, but he also had food to satiate, to feed himself, because he was out there camping, y'all. He was camping out there on the perimeter of that golf course and waiting for his shot to show up, waiting for his target to rear its head over the mounds of this golf course. It is absolutely crazy. But again, the perimeter is the thing. Let me explain. If they say that they did a sweep of the perimeter, this is what they said at this press conference, that they went around and did a sweep, then they didn't do a very good job. Okay? Because they should have been able to find this man if he was either hiding out in his car and they were doing a perimeter, or if he was hiding out in the shrubbery where he actually was about to take aim on the former president. Like I said, it's very interesting. The perimeter is the thing. If they didn't do a sweep, then that would make sense why he wasn't caught. But you'd think that if they did a sweep and did it thoroughly, they would have been able to find this man without any problems. But we don't know everything yet, right? Very interesting. Let's hear Brian finish up here, okay?
Which leads to all sorts of questions, Nicole, because apparently former President Trump added this golf outing as a last-minute thing. It wasn't on his official schedule. No one was really supposed to know that he was going to be going golfing yesterday. But now to find out that this gunman was camped out there since 1:59 in the morning, waiting there for the opportunity when the former president was going to come to that hole. And, he had the AK-47 pointed through the fence, according to police. So thank goodness that Secret Service agent was able to spot him before something really terrible may have happened, Nicole.
Now, again, ain't that some crazy stuff? That is some crazy, crazy stuff. This man allegedly camped out for 12 whole hours. This is at least what they're saying as far as the cell phone pinging and all that. They're saying that that's what they're alleging, that he sat out there and that he was camping out. He had a bag of food. He had his weapon. He had his GoPro. He had his ceramic tiles in another bag for protection. And that's it. But then he ran off. But what's interesting about this is if the Secret Service actually did a thorough sweep and kept people in the perimeter, kept people on guard in the perimeter, maybe this situation would never have happened. Again, this guy was there for 12 hours allegedly, and Secret Service still dropped the ball on this situation. Yes, they caught him in the nick of time, and thank God he did. But at the same time, the perimeter is the thing. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts are. Where do you stand on this? How do you feel about this? To me, I said what I said. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that follow button if you're watching on other platforms. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.